Yeah. I had to start this over. Like I said, I had to do a deep spiritual cleanse last night because I had to really go talk to God. You know, I had to wash the rest of that residue up off of me. Of all that evil stuff. A lot of y'all cannot sleep in the dark. Shit, them spirits gonna tell y'all ass up. Sure is. And the crazy part about it, them the same spirits y'all trying to stick on people. See, but like I was saying, hold on. God is not to be mocked. When I say mock, I'm talking about taking his chosen ones and running them down like dogs. These motherfuckers been on what's going on. Communities, your neighbors, they all knew. That's why I ain't say shit. Hold on. Every last one of them told me this, where they thought they had me. Because they have, everything they do, they have to recite it. Meaning they gotta say it in the spiritual realm before they say it in the, so it can manifest in the physical. They always do that. I knew what all of them was gonna do way before they did it, because they gotta recite it before they say it. Like for instance, my kid's daddy was trying to get me for my for my baby. When my baby died of natural causes, and he kept causing trauma, all type of trauma. That's the truth. And he kept trying to get them people to lock me up. I ain't gonna never forget this detective named Augustine. He told that nigga, he said, you call me one more time, I'm gonna lock your ass up. That woman already going through a lot. And your ass out here acting like this. Just like how Shabazz was acting, the old, like gossiping type shit. Because before they do it, because he said anything before he dropped anything, give me a drink or something. When I went to Ken, that nigga holler. He say, I'm ready to die. I rebuked that. I said, not around me. Meaning he chose sides. I said, okay, you judge. Boom, he went to jail that morning. Because I told him everything was going to happen to him. And I said, you ain't going to be able to get out of this. He said, yes, I will. Yeah, I said, no, look, this is 2 years. That was like in 2024. Yeah, 2024. You get what I'm saying? See, people put themselves in this mess and they get mad at us. And then they recite what they going to do to me. They told me how they going to do it to me. You heard me? Because he was supposed to shoot me. Because he told me. He said, I'm ready to die. Shit like that. The dude in one of the niggas in Orlando. He said, you in that store and got that phone. He said, you in that store and finessed that phone on him, huh? Because he got mad because I went and got communication. Because I'm not about to be stuck in no street where they, you know what I'm saying, where they just try to run you down and harass you where you can't move. Nah. And then he put something in that weed. And that bitch tried to lace me. You heard me? So, next one, that nigga Fred. When I was smoking, he looked at, he said that 3 times. He said, but before I went to Orlando, it was this other dude, that D4 nigga, D4, in Florence, South Carolina. He said, how does it feel? He said, have you ever had a 25, no, a 45, point at the back of my head before? You know, they gotta talk that. See, people gotta understand, I know the rules. You can't project that on me. Cause I'm already strapped for when you get ready to do that shit. I always be 20 steps ahead. You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, you tell me why his nephew came in there with the gun. Think about that. Then that's when I met Shabazz. And he was on his way straight to South Carolina to do more work. 4:44 on the clock, let your will be done on the most high God, that's the truth. Cause they knew they had to come stronger with this shit. Then that bright dude, then that Fred, when he say, oh, how does it feel? No, you feel good and paralyzed. He said that. Then next thing you know, Let me tell y'all something. See, these honey traps thinking that everybody think the same. Like, oh my God, they sleep with them and all day being loved. No, I snatch my energy back and their energy too. So when they go sleep with whoever they want to sleep with or cheat, because they ain't going to touch me no more, it's going to be on their own energy. That's why they always into it. You know what I'm saying? See, Leon tried that shit one time with me. Let me see. When I was younger, yeah. Until I came full of that power. You know what I'm saying? I took all mines and shit. I said, shit. I made and that nigga Shabazz should have known why I never let him in my energy. Cause he was mocking the hell out of God. That nigga gonna when I say when that's when I tell people. And he went to that window and he said it just like a fucking demon. To mind you, he act like he didn't know what was going on, like I was just talking. Well, stay out of people's face. Stop doing this. Stop flirting. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers wasn't doing that shit. He knew the whole time. Now, mind you, when that shit was getting ready to happen, me and God, Ben told me. Only thing I heard was get ready. And he turned around with his back towards me, looking out that window. Because I seen him do this the first time. He didn't know that. When he was looking at the window the first time, he did this. Like I ain't see it. Yeah. And guess who was by the window? Me. Yup. And guess what he said? All they did was took your picture. He said it in a calm, sinister voice. I looked at that motherfucker like this. I said, yup, I knew it. I said, I knew it. Because he didn't hear me say it. I said, I knew it. He said, all they did was took your picture. Took your pictures and float around at Greyhound. You know what I'm saying? And they, with the bounty and blah, with the whoop. But little did he know, he would understand. I say a chant to make a motherfucker talk. And he would just, I'm telling you, these motherfuckers were telling, they were telling on everybody. I remember Fred, I had to tell Fred, shut up. He was telling on himself and the ops. He was doing too much. See, they sent him at me because he was talking. Because he tried to talk your business out loud. But he was telling that shit too. He said, Jordy, ain't nobody after you. You know what I'm saying? All of them said that. Now they all looking crazy now. But Leon and y'all older cats, man. You probably never thought that was gonna come out. But I was trying to tell you the first time. I bet you wish you would have listened to me. Like I tell people, you can't, no. Because once your time is up, your time is up. It's a lot of people still trying to do that borrowed time and still trying to send shit. The shit is not gonna work. It's over with. It's 2026. All that shit was over with. Deadline been gone. You know it's the 10th of January. Yeah, I feel a lot better than I did, man. Yeah, because it like when soon I left, every time I leave an environment or something like that, the aftermath hit me. It's just like them Saw movies, like I be saying. You know what I'm saying? See, God only talk to me about certain things, but in the end, it's just everything come together. Boom. But big things, He'll let me know. He will let me know. And some things, some of us, we be trying to push that shit off because we don't want to believe it. Because you be trying to see some good in somebody. You get what I'm saying? See, God aim at people like that because He's trying to get them a way out. Because why? They was done like that as children too. So they cannot say, they can't say the same thing. Satan say, oh, we'll give me another shit. Yes, he did. He did. He said somebody can remove contracts and stuff. Look what happened. They could get rid of all that shit, spiritual clean, all that. What y'all try to do? Kill it. Shit, and he the diabolical part. When you die, you ain't gonna have shit. You gonna be in hell. Satan promised a lot of people that they were gonna reign with him. You hear me? It's a lot of people in Satan's pocket. They in death. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. God said, He is not to be mocked. Judgment is real. That's all I jumped up on here to say.